Blended learning. Blended learning integrates in-person classroom interactions with digital interactions. Through blended learning strategies, teachers have more data to make choices in real time that can help students' understanding and mastery. And blended learning helps teachers to have more time in their classroom for individual and small group conferencing, creating many opportunities for a personalized and customized student learning experience. Designing that just right blend of classroom and digital interactions in the lesson plan can maximize student engagement and success. In this video, we will explore 3 variations of blended learning: vertical planning, horizontal planning, and self-paced with flex support. Each blended learning approach has its benefits and challenges and requires the teacher to think critically about their goals and their students' strengths and needs. Let's take a closer look at them now. A vertical planning approach to blended learning is very closely aligned to the traditional teacher-led instructional model. This approach works well when the content is linear, and the teacher can use an example before asking students to complete tasks on their own. After a student arrival activity or do now, teachers lead direct instruction and whole group practice. Then, they integrate digital content and experiences and a closing reflection or assessment activity. Students complete these tasks independently. Vertical planning provides an opportunity for the teacher to set and manage the pace of the lesson, but limits the time for one-on-one and small group conferencing to the small period when students are working independently. Teachers can use this time for a brief check-in with all students or a subset of the class. Now let's explore a horizontal planning approach to blended learning. This approach works well when the content is non-linear and students do not need to learn concepts or skills in a particular order. It also works well when there are varieties of content and students can take a deeper dive into one variation as a way to gain insight into others. A horizontal planning approach to blended learning also presents teachers with the opportunity to emphasize different strengths and needs in the classroom. For example, teachers may wish to gamify their lessons, emphasizing cooperative goals to build community, teamwork, and communication. In this model, teachers lead students into and out of the lesson through a check-in and check-out. Most of the class time in this model is reserved for students to rotate through different activities or stations. These can be sections of an online course, pen and paper activities, or a combination of both. These stations can be independent or in small groups. Before coming back together as a whole class for group checkout, students participate in either an independent or collaborative activity to synthesize what they learned in their rotating stations. Students can internalize and reflect on the station-based activities or build their cooperative skills during collaborative time. Teachers have more opportunity for one-on-one and small group conferencing in a horizontal planning approach and can meet with students during station-based rotations and, depending on the activity, during independent or collaborative time as well. The third approach to blended learning that we'll explore is the self-paced plus flex support model. This is another common approach that has a high impact when used periodically and when the content is highly personalized or engaging. In the self-paced with flex support approach, teachers lead students through a brief check-in and check-out period. This could be a collective arrival activity or a mini lesson on one particular concept or skill that students will focus on. The majority of class time is used for students' completion of independent digital activities. These activities allow teachers to have more time in one-on-one and small group conferencing, so there are even more opportunities for feedback and individualized instruction. However, there is less peer engagement in this model, so students may have less stamina for this style if used every class period. It's important to consider where in the overall curriculum students are working on a highly personalized task or skill, and use the self-paced with flex support model strategically. Each of these 3 different types of blended learning, vertical planning, horizontal planning, and self-paced plus flex, help teachers to have integrated digital content, which means more data to make choices in real time that can help students' understanding and mastery. All 3 approaches to blended learning allow for more time in their classrooms for individual and small group conferencing and creates a structure to easily personalize and customize learning, helping to reach every student in the classroom exactly where they are. Now, it's your turn to explore and start designing that just right blend of classroom and digital interactions to maximize success in your classroom.